check. All right.
I saw a few folks on there watching here, just getting set up to do the little informal remembering our buddy Frog and the blues on the lake. So I thought what I'd do is just like been doing every year, is just sort of play some tunes and reflect on it a little bit on the event. And the way I've got it set up is I got the phone running live on Facebook in order to keep the thing from being backwards. And so let's see what's happening here. I think if I go good. Now the comments are starting to show up, so that's cool. All right, Brett, Stephanie, very cool. All right, so it'll be sort of like maybe in not so real time, but half real time. Instrumental there to shake out the cobwebs a little bit. That's called Sandy Hook. That's one of my original songs from the CD I did back in 2010 or 2006 rather. And then that was written about a place in a landmark in New Jersey, and also a place I was playing in Florida called Sandy Hook. Two really cool places. One was a restaurant. The other one was a actual state park. And of course, then the unfortunate event in Connecticut happened after that, and to kind of change the whole meaning of the song, which really makes it more of a celebration of life every time I play it. But going back to that frog blues on the lake, I just recall every year just really enjoying being there. It was just a wonderful time of year. It was always the second weekend, the second Saturday of March. And then we changed the clocks ahead, which I've already started doing today. But all, the food, the fun, the desserts that were great. But I always loved going down there. And we did it for 18 years. And I think it was just, I guess it was just a big part of being somewhere every year that, we really don't want to lay it down and forget about it. So, anyway, I'm just going to kind of go through here and maybe play a few blues tunes and some stuff I wrote, and I put it down to go maybe for like 2 hours. We'll see how that works. But I've got the, like I said, I got the phone going, and then if I go into Facebook, any of y'all want to leave comments or say something, that's kind of the way it is. It'll be like a little bit of some delayed time, I suppose. Here's a little Jimmy Reed tune.
Tell you, baby, this don't make no sense. Now you got me, baby, up against the fence. It's a shame, 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 shame the way you do. Lord, it's a shame, 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 shame on you.
from way back as we go celebrate remembering Frogs Blues on the Lake. I'm going to do one of the songs here that was an old Merle Haggard song that Merle did, and Frog always liked this one. And I used to do it. You know, the way it worked out at the at Frog's party would start out about noon or so, and I would maybe just do an opening set or something like that, and then the bands would come in, and we'd try to keep a little bit of a format. But what a cool deal it was. Everybody paid one price, and they got to eat and drink and listen to music and have some fun and get a t-shirt. This is the later one here. This is from 2020 when we were doing like a little reunion down in Ocala. The warden led a prisoner down the hallway to his doom. I stood up to say goodbye to all the rest. I heard him tell the warden just before he reached my cell, let my guitar playing friend do my request. Sing me back home, the song I used to hear. Make all my old memories come alive. Take me away and turn back the years. Sing me back home before I die. Sunday morning, a choir from across the street came in to sing a few old gospel songs. And I heard him tell the singers, there's a song my mama sang. Can I hear it once before we move along? Sing me back home, the song my mama sang. Make all my old memories come alive. Take me away and turn back the years. Sing me back home before I die. Sing me back home before I die. And that was the old, the way I heard that song. I remember being out on the road. I was, a number of years back, I was in San Francisco and went into to a Starbucks just to get a regular cup of coffee. And I recall seeing a DVD or something on the, I'm not a really compulsive buyer, but this was kind of intriguing. It was a Johnny Cash show back from 1969 to 1971. And had forgotten I was, just about, I was about 14, 15 years old then. My grandma was a big Johnny Cash fan, and she always told me on Saturday night when Johnny Cash's show came on TV, not even come in the house. So, but I do remember watching it, and I remember later on, what I'd forgotten until I saw this DVD on how many artists that he gave some, exposure to and visibility to, like Stevie Wonder and George Jones and Eric Clapton and Neil Young and Bonnie Raitt, Joan Baez, just an amazing number of people. And he and Merle did that song together, and I thought, well, I guess I need to try to learn that one and do it. So that's kind of what I did. Anyway, if I keep looking in here, yeah, Brett, what are you cooking these days, man? Let me know. Brett was always chefing the deal, professional chef, and just come up with all kinds of good stuff. And I know you're still probably doing that, so that's cool. Anyway, let's see. I think I'll bring it over and do this old. This is a cool tune. This is about going to Nashville to be a songwriter, and this was a hit by Lacey J. Dalton back in mid '80s sometime. And of course, a lot of folks have gone to Nashville and become great songwriters. Still trying. It's called 16th Avenue. From the corners of the country, from the cities and the farms, where years and years of living tucked up underneath their arms, walk away from everything just to see a dream come true. So God bless the boys who make the noise on 16th Avenue. With $1 million spirit and an old flat top guitar, drove to town with all they owned in $100 car. 'Cause one time someone told them about a friend of a friend they knew, who owns, a studio on 16th Avenue. Now some were born to money, they never had to say survive, and others sing a 9-pound hammer just to stay alive. There's cowboys, drunks, and Christians, mostly white and black and blue. They all dial the phone, collect a home from 16th Avenue. Some empty room where no curtains ever hung. Like a miracle, some golden words roll off of someone's tongue. After years of being nothing, they're all looking right at you. For a while they'll go in style on 16th Avenue. Looks so uneventful, so quiet and discreet. A lot of lives were changed down on that little one-way street. Walked away from everything just to feel a dream come true. So God bless the boys who make the noise on 16th Avenue. God bless the boys who make the noise on 16th Avenue. Yeah, good old song written by a very fine Nashville songwriter named Tom Schuyler. And that was a really cool hit. All right, so I'm not really going out of my way to use the harmonizer, but there's some songs that, I play that really have to need a harmony. Yeah, as long as it's acting right, it's okay. could tell traditional blues thing there, so always have fun with that one. The other thing about Frog, the way I met Frog was we were on a blues cruise back in 1997, and it was some of the artists that were on. Well, Susan Tedeschi was on there, and she was Big Jack Johnson was there. I think Roy, folk singer, a few other artists, myself, and I don't know. It wasn't the big blues cruise, but it was a cool one. And so Frog, anyway, we were table mates. We were assigned to the same table, and that's how we met. And just became friends, and for lifelong friends after that, for sure. And so the way the party came around, I know that Frog, he finally moved to Florida. He was still living in Michigan then, and he came to Florida and he gave me a call, and so we kind of hooked up a little bit. I think one of his neighbors, and the way the party got started, he was from doing some of the festivals he was doing in Michigan, just brought it to Florida. It was a neighbor named Mark, good friend, and unfortunately we lost him a year or two ago. I was shocked about that. He was the guy that told Frog, he says, man, you ought to start doing the festival out down here and making it happen. And so Mark was a great guy, and I heard about it last year, and I was just really shocked. I guess it was an accident or something at work. The other thing that's going on, I've got a lot of good projects happening right now. I'm getting ready to release something here, which is really, I'm sort of joining the 21st century, more or less. And I guess there's a flash drive, custom flash drive, Hurricane Wilson flash drive. And what this is going to contain is going to contain everything that I've ever recorded back to 1990, and including the 31st CD, which is coming out this next month. It's going to be all 31 CDs, plus about 15 singles that are on there. And it's going to be like, it's probably about a $450, maybe between $450, and if you bought all the CDs one by one, or downloads or whatever, it'd be about $500, somewhere between $450 and $500. All that. It's probably the flash drive is going to go for maybe around $50, something like that. It's going to be, we'll be sending emails about it if any of y'all are interested and want to hear about it. I'll post it in the Frog Blues thing just later on. That's just the way cars are coming out now without CD players, and computers are coming out without disk drives and. Everyone. So anyway, and I've known about it for a long time, and artists have been doing it for a while. I know vinyl is the new kick now too. Not gonna really gonna go there, because the way the music is now, music is portable and you can take it with you. And I love sitting down and listening to an album. I've got a wall full still in this studio room I'm in now. In the separate building, I have a whole separate shelf of cassette tapes, a whole wall of that. And sometimes I'll go through and pull something out and transfer it over, and maybe now everything goes into like either a WAV file or an MP3, and that's kind of what I've been doing. There's also a brand new video that just came out. It went on YouTube today. I've got a new trio. It's called the Roger Hurricane Wilson Trio, and we got together back in the summer, and we've been doing some pretty cool gigs, and did one really cool concert that produced a video on it, and one tune came up today. We're going to be putting all the tunes up maybe about once or twice a week. It's about 6 tunes for that. And then the new live CD just came out from a little place in Woodstock, Georgia called Maxwell's Cigar Bar. And it was just a little place that we're still playing that just has a cool sound and a cool vibe. And I'm always going to try to record most of what I do. If something grabs me, I'll keep it and do it. And so that's how this worked out. Anyway, here's a song that I wrote about the broadcast news business. The electric version of the video just came up today on YouTube. The YouTube channel is Roger Wilson Guitar, if you want to go to the channel and check it out. But this is when I was in the broadcast news business. It's called Talking Heads. This is the sitting down version here.
White House lawn. There's another one talking out in front of the Pentagon. Then they cut to chase a politician on Capitol Hill and stick a microphone in his face to say what he will. Those talking heads haven't been said. Another strange face, just talking in place. Then they cut to the blonde covering the political race. She's got the congressman on camera trying to save his face. Is what he's saying really true? Is it a lie? We'll never know, 'cause we're all laughing at his ugly tie. Those talking heads haven't they said? Another strange face, just talking in place. Said before, has a wolf and seven Tom and Dan and Peter heard it all before? But now they have to give the analyst an expert a call. Then they take a breath, face the camera, then they talk some more. Those talking heads haven't they said? Another strange face, just talking in place. Many words are spoken with nothing said. All that matters to the suits is which network's ahead. Whatever makes them tune in, go ahead and give them some more. Anything that works for friendly after the open world. Whatever makes them tune in, go ahead and give them some more. Anything that works brings you to the goal for. Talking Heads, little broadcast news song there. Something by Mark Cohn called Walking in Memphis. Boarded the plane, touchdown in the land of the Delta Blues, middle of the pouring rain, touchdown in the land the Delta Blues, middle of the pouring rain. WUC handy, won't you look down over me? Yeah, I got a first class ticket, but I'm as blue as a boy can be. Walking in Memphis, walking with my feet 10 feet off the field. Walking in Memphis, do I really feel the way that I feel? Saw the ghost of Elvis on Union Avenue, followed him up to the gates of Graceland, and I watched him walk right through. Now security did not see him, he just hovered round his tomb. There's a pretty little thing waiting for the king down in the jungle room, walking in Memphis, walking with my feet 10 feet off the field. Walking in Memphis, do I really feel the way that I feel? They've got catfish on the table, they got gospel in the air. Reverend Green Bay, glad to see you if you haven't got a prayer. Boy, you got a prayer in Memphis. Now Muriel plays piano every Friday at the Hollywood. Brought me down to see her. They asked me if I would do a little number, and I sang with all my might. She said, "Tell me, are you a Christian child?" I said, "Ma'am, I am tonight." Walking in Memphis, walking with my feet 10 feet off the field. Walking in Memphis, do I really feel the way that I feel? Walking in Memphis, walking with my feet 10 feet off the field. Walking in Memphis, what do they feel the way that I feel? Put on my suede shoes and boarded the plane. Touchdown in the land of the Delta Blues, middle of the pouring rain. Touchdown in the land of the Delta Blues, the middle of the pouring rain.
Wonderful tune there by by Mark Cohen, and it was It took a while to learn that one. It was mostly on piano. And then I saw my buddy Steve Harvey did it a few years ago. And so I kind of got inspired to do it from Steve. Just kind of reflecting on, on this day, for those 18 years, we had some good times. And of course, after the 18th, when we did about 3, I think, reunions down in Ocala at the Charlie Horse. And here's another song that Merle did. I did a live CD, or excuse me, an acoustic CD back in 2006 titled The Way I Am, which is this song here, written by a very fine songwriter, sung Throckmorton, but Merle had done something with it. And I did this live at Mad Life back on the CD in 2017. But we just did it again on the DVD. And it'll be coming up on YouTube in a day or two. There's kind of another version. When we just played there on January 23rd on the big stage, a friend of mine, an old schoolmate from a long time ago, came in and recorded the whole thing on the phone and did a really nice job on the phone. And so those are all up there already. If you want to check them out, YouTube channel is Roger Wilson Guitar. And like I said, today the song Talking Heads went up. And or no, that was last week. Talking Heads went up. I'm sorry. Today we did an instrumental Apache, which was an old Hank Marvin song from way back in the Shadows, back in England, and then the Ventures. I learned it from the Ventures as a kid. So that went up today. So if you check the channel, there's those 2 videos together. But here's The Way I Am. Wished I were down on some blue bayou, a bamboo cage stuck in the sand. The road I'm on don't seem to go there. I'll just dream, keep on being the way I am. Wish I enjoyed what makes my living, what I do with a willing hand. Some would run, but that ain't like me. I just dream, keep on being the way I am. Way I am, don't fit my shackles. Way I am, reality I can almost see. The bobber dancing, I'll just dream, keep on being the way I am.
way I am, way I am, don't fit my shackles, way I am, reality, I can almost see the barber dancing, I just dream, keep on being the way I am, I just dream, keep on being the way I am.
That's a good old song there for sure. Back in September, I got down and was able to go do the Hank Williams 100th birthday celebration down in Montgomery, Alabama. And I've been playing the Hank Williams Museum for about 20 years, off and on, from New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, when they commemorate Hank's death, because he died on New Year's Day, 1953, about 7 months before I was born. And then his birthday is in September, so I've been doing the birthday celebration recently, and got to play with a very fine band there, and did this Hank tune here, which is called "The Blues Come Around."
Once I was happy as I could be, but I let the gal make a fool of me. Ever since she let me down, the blues come around when the sun goes down. Oh, the blues come around. Oh, the blues come around. Oh, the blues come around. Every evening when the sun goes down. In the sky, the doggone blues never made me cry. But ever since she let me down, the blues come around when the sun goes down. Oh, the blues come around. Oh, the blues come around. Oh, the blues come around. Every evening when the sun goes down. Built my castles very high, and then she went and said goodbye. Ever since they tore them down, the blues come around when the sun goes down. Oh, the blues come around. Oh, the blues come around. Oh, the blues come around. Every evening when the sun goes down. Oh, the blues come around. Oh, the blues come around. Oh, the blues come around. Every evening when the sun goes down. Once she called me on her own, but now she's gone and I'm alone. Every evening I'm sorrow bound. The blues come around when the sun goes down. Oh, the blues come around. the blues come around. Oh, the blues come around every evening when the sun goes down.
Old Hank Williams tune, The Blues Come Around. All right, so as we're celebrating here, all right, Monty, good to see you there, huh? Always good to see you. Yeah, it's good to see Monty here. I'm proud to know that I'm the one that gave her nickname of the Blues Stalker. It's a great story. I think I'm trying to remember how that happened, Monty. There was a couple gigs. Well, I guess it was we were in Ocala, right, at Mr. Pub doing a Sunday afternoon gig, and then sometime later on, I think I was in Memphis, and you came into the gig where I was at, and I asked you if you were stalking me, and that's how you became the Blues Stalker, so I thought that was cool. Yeah, it's good to see Monty here. I'm proud to know that I'm the one that gave her nickname of the Blues Stalker. It's a great story. I think I'm trying to remember how that happened, Monty. There was a couple gigs. Well, I guess it was we were in Ocala, right, at Mr. Pub doing a Sunday afternoon gig, and then sometime later on, I think I was in Memphis, and you came into the gig where I was at, and I asked you if you were stalking me, and that's how you became the Blues Stalker, so I thought that was cool. Of course, I'm a Jersey boy by birth, and my mom was from the South, and so I ended up back in the South, of course. But I was watching Bruce, though, early on. I remember I paid $2.50 to see Bruce back around 1971. He was playing locally. I was going back and forth from school from Atlanta, and I was watching the Allman Brothers, just get started. And then I was watching Springsteen, as he was coming around, and both evolved into iconic acts, of course. But Bruce wrote a bunch of songs. We grew up within like 9 or 10 miles of each other, and he was around playing locally and playing bars and clubs. And little Stephen Van Zandt, he was about 2 towns over from me. We kind of discussed that recently, within the last few years. But this one song here is one of my favorite that Bruce did. I also recorded a CD back in 2019. It was Roger Hurricane Wilson covers The Boss. It was 10 Bruce songs that I had kind of felt good about and did sort of a tribute thing. So this is one I like doing. It's called No Surrender. It's got a really cool story. Out of class, had to get away from those fools. We learned more from a 3-minute record than we ever learned in school. Tonight I hear the neighborhood drummer sound like
feel my heart begin to pound. Say you're tired, wanna close your eyes, follow your dreams down. Well, we made a promise, swore we'd always remember. No retreat, babe, no surrender. Like soldiers on a winter's night with a vow to defend. No retreat, babe, no surrender. Well, now young faces grow sad and old, hearts of fire grow cold. We swore blood brothers against the wind, now I'm ready to grow young again. Hear your sister's voice calling us home across the open yard. Or maybe we'll find some place of our own with these drums and these guitars. 'Cause we made a promise, swore we'd always remember. No retreat, babe, no surrender. Like blood brothers on a stormy night with a vow to defend. No retreat, babe, no surrender. La 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 la. La 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 la. On the street tonight, the lights grow dim. The walls in my room are closing in. There's a war outside still raging. You say it ain't ours anymore to win. I wanna sleep beneath the peaceful skies in my lover's bed, with a wide open country in my eyes and these romantic dreams in my head. 'Cause we made a promise, swore we'd always remember. No retreat, babe, no surrender. Like blood brothers on a stormy night with a vow to defend. No retreat, babe, no surrender. No retreat, babe, no surrender.
No surrender. All right, a little thing by Bruce there.
Summer's in, around the bend just flying. Swimming suits are on the line just drying. I'll meet you there for our conversation. I hope I didn't ruin your whole vacation. Never know how far from home you're feeling until you watch the shadows on the ceiling. Well, I don't know, but I can see it snowing. In your car, the windows are wide open. Just come on home. Come on home. You don't have to be alone. Just come on home. feel alone. Just come on home. Moon and stars hang out in bars just talking. I still love the picture of us walking, just like that old house we thought was haunted. Summers then came faster than we wanted. Just come on home, come on home. You don't have to be alone. Just come on home, come on home. You don't have to be alone. Just come on home.
Yeah, wonderful John Prine song there. That was the one that, after he passed away, he was one of the first to go with COVID. And I remember that being a very beautiful tribute to him with his own song. Anyway, just a really kind of a nice thing. What's really interesting, I'm in a separate video studio that I created here in a separate building on my property, and I've got a security monitor, just, something that looks at the driveway. I can see what's going up and down the street and and all that, and it's dark now. So, but the thing about Frog's Party, it always had to remind everybody to turn the clock ahead when we got done. Usually we get done around 9 or 10 o'clock, the way it evolved. And I guess, the way I got involved with Frog, I guess I should tell this story. I've told it to several of y'all, I think, but the actual story of how I got involved with Frog's Blues every year, in order to, I guess, clear up some rumors or whatever. But the way it was when Frog first invited me to the party, to be a part of it, it was, I guess it was 2002 or so, maybe 2001, 2002, something like that. Maybe before that. No, I think it was probably maybe like 99 or 2000, something. I know I missed the first one, and I started it on the second one. So what the deal was, Frog told me, he says, I'm going to have this party, and I'm going to charge, I think he was only charging $25 or $30 at the time of starting out, They never really raised it much after that, but it was one price. Let's say, I'm going to go with $30. And you had he'd bring somebody in to cook the food, and he'd hire all the bands, and he'd have the t-shirts made, and he would bring in cases of Busch beer and then soft drinks. And there was one price for all that. And Frog's thing was, I think, he'd tell the musicians, he'd say, let's just keep it laid back, and, you guys, play when you feel like it, and take a break, and then go back and play, so first of all, the flag went off on that, to me. And the other thing was, Frog, he thought that each act would come in there and bring their own PA system and backline and everything and set up and play and do it like that, and that wasn't going to fly either. So, what I told him, I said, Frog, I said, if you're going to charge a price like this, I said, people come in expecting something, and they need to kind of have a schedule on it. And my suggestion was to him, I said, well, let me do this. I'll come in and I'll stage manage it. I said, because if you leave it up to the musicians, you just tell a musician to take a break and play what he wants to, then nothing's going to happen. It's just not going to happen. And I know musicians too well. And so the way I presented it, I said, let's do this. Let's, like, each act will come in. They'll do 2 sets, one earlier and one later, depending on how many acts there were. And so I devised it. The music was starting about 1 o'clock, and we'd go to 1:45 for the first band, and then 15 minutes. And then we hired Alan Whitman, who was my drummer down in Ocala, living in Clearwater and St. Pete. Played with me for years, played with me on the road some, and, good guy, good drummer. And he had a PA, and we hired him. He had a long day because he was playing with me on my set, and then he would be doing the sound. But I told Frog, I said, here's the deal. I said, I'll come in and stage manage it and lay it out and create a schedule. I said, I don't have to play. I can come, I can hang, or I will play. I'll do whatever. If there's a hole in there, I'll fill in. But I kind of started off doing maybe an acoustic set at noon, and then I had a schedule. I had it laid out in order, and the bands came in and they set up, and one band would do 45 minutes, take a break, and the next band would come up, and it would be a 15-minute interval. And I thought that would be the best way for it to carry on, because it needed to be some kind of a format. If you're going to just throw a party and have people come sit in, around and play when they want to and all that, then it's just a party. But if you're going to have like an event like that, and he understood that, and it worked out well for 18 years, and that's just kind of the way it was. And then later on, we kind of threw in a jam afterwards. The weather most of the time, I don't ever remember getting rained out. I do remember being cold one year. I remember it was really, really cold. It got into like 9 and 10 o'clock, and we really had to knock it off because it was getting really chilly. It was one year it was like that. But I always remember the weather being really just impeccable and beautiful. I think we're maybe freaking out about rain, or maybe it might have rained the day before. So I don't know, but I don't remember it ever being a problem. And it was just a wonderful, wonderful time. But that's how it evolved and went on for 18 years, and it grew, and people knew about it, and so that's kind of I know Brett can vouch for me on that one. So it was always a good time. Here's a song that I wrote a while back. This was I did this on I released it as a single, and then I did it on a CD back in 2019, I think, when I did the CD called I Did What I Wanted To. This is about, I was in Nashville when I wrote this song. And I think the news was really, the news was really, I know what it was. It was Thanksgiving. And I was playing the Bluebird Cafe Thanksgiving weekend in Nashville, and I went down a day or two early and rented a writer's condo so I could do maybe a little writing ahead of time. And it was Black Friday, and that's what it was, because Thanksgiving is always like family and dinner and being thankful and everything, and then the next day everybody goes nuts at Black Friday and is like fighting to get in Walmart and Best Buy and everything else. And I was just like, I was going, man, Anyway, I figured there had to be, the name of the song is "Why Can't It Be Like Christmas Every Day?" Why can't everybody behave, most of the time, and but they don't. So I wrote this song. It's called "Why Can't It Be Like Christmas Every Day?"
better way than pushing each other out of the way. To be the first in line on Black Friday. Why can't it be like Christmas every day? There's people hurting and dying here and far away. A sad state of affairs, I have to say. To let greed and ignorance lead the way. Why can't it be like Christmas every day? Why can't it be like Christmas every day? World would be a happier place to play if everyone gave instead of take away. It could be like Christmas every day. Stop this killing and get to living so the living can keep on living. We need to count the blessings we enjoy and not be on a mission to destroy. It's a shame to watch mankind go astray. Let our time on earth here waste away. We shouldn't put our lives on layaway, but live as if it were like Christmas every day. Can it be like Christmas every day? World would be a happier place to play if everyone gave instead of take away. It could be like Christmas every day. It could be like Christmas every day. It could be like Christmas every day. Anyway, that's what I was feeling back then. I think that was around 2010 when I wrote that one. Glad to see everybody watching. Brett, it's good to see you. Stephanie, it's good to see you there. Brian, Tracy, Nancy, Stephanie, Monty. Very cool, very cool. Here's the old blues tune that I was doing a while back. best friend. Some joker got lucky, stole it back again. You better come on in my kitchen, 'cause it's gonna be raining outdoors. Oh yeah, she's gone, I know she won't be back. Took her last nickel to a nation sack. You better come on in my kitchen, 'cause it's gonna be raining outdoors. When a woman gets in trouble, everybody throws it down, looking for a good friend. None can be found. You better come on in my kitchen, 'cause it's gonna be raining outdoors. It's gonna be slow. You can't take the winter, that's a day long ago. You better come on in my kitchen, 'cause it's gonna be raining outdoors. Now the woman I love, I came to see, she's up the country, won't ride to me. You better come on in my kitchen, 'cause it's gonna be raining outdoors. Went to the mountain, far as I could see. Some looking kind of woman, lonesome blues got me. You gotta come on in my kitchen, 'cause it's gonna be raining outdoors. You better come on in my kitchen, 'cause it's gonna be raining outdoors.
Little Robert Johnson there, Little Robert Johnson. All right, so this one tune I had written for, I never recorded it, I just did it here. It's just a song I wrote a couple years ago about frogs, blues on the lake, called exactly that. So always had a really good time, for sure. So this is called Frogs, Blues on the Lake.
For 18 years on the second Saturday of March, everybody showed up at noon for the music to start. The music would go on all day till after dark. All the bands and people would come from miles around. They all knew this was the place where a good time could be found. Nothing but good times with everybody Where else would one price get you a t-shirt, food, music, and beer? It was the one place that whatever happened stayed right here. For all of us, it was the most wonderful time of the year. We looked forward to you and Frog's Blues on the lake. How much more of a good time could one human take? It was a time of year for a well-needed break. That's why we'll never forget Frog's Blues on the lake. That's why we'll never forget Frog's Blues on the lake. That's why we'll never forget Frog's Blues on the lake. That's why we'll never forget Frog's Blues on the lake. Little short ditty, remembering Frog's Blues on the Lake. That's how that goes. Yeah, the one thing I do recall, which I thought was really cool. The desserts, man. The desserts were badass, for sure. I remember the coleslaw being made. Like, there was tons of coleslaw being made the night or two before. I worked out. I think it might have taken 2 days to make the coleslaw because there was a lot of cabbage cutting, and it was just a great thing. And then, but the desserts were killer. And then after that, it was usually a campfire or something like that when we closed it out. And depending on who was there, who was still left over, at the end of the day, we'd have the jam. Sometimes the jam ended at maybe between 9 and 10 or something like that. But we had a great time, and we were always just felt very good afterwards. It just seemed like the years just kept coming together. The one thing I do have to mention, my mom, it was back in, I guess it was about 2011, and she had a fall. Well, she was in an assisted living home from 2009, and so about the week before Frog's party in 2011, she had a fall, and I had to she was in a hospital for a couple of days, a nursing home for some, she had some surgery and then some rehab. And I remember it was that weekend in 2011 when I was really concerned about her. My wife Jolie had taken her to the hospital, come to get her from the hospital, and then something happened. She had to go back to the hospital. And so the day after Frog's party in 2011, I had to drive back to Atlanta and got some stuff straightened out and got her okay. And then she was in a nursing home for a little while. I didn't like the nursing home she was in at first, but anyway, I thought I was going to lose her then. I mean, I really just thought that was going to, because she was already, she was in her 90s then. And, I sort of gave her permission to, go ahead and go. But knowing my mom, she made it through. I used to, every year, I would be amazed because she was in another nursing home that was really great. It was a family-owned place, and they took care of her, and she was really good, and she thrived, and it was wonderful. And it just went on, and until 2018 she passed away on March 11th. So this is the 9th, so 2 days from now is when she passed away, and she made it seemed like she made it every Frog's weekend. And I used to tell Frog, I said, my mom, I thought she was going to check out like in 2011. And I said, she made it through 2018. I said, she made it through like 7 Frogs. And we used to laugh about it, but my mom did that, and it's kind of a marker. So this coming 2 days from now will be she passed away in 2018. She made it to age 100. And so I was always pretty well blown away by that, but that's just how my mom was. And she went out on her own, and so did Frog too. Up until the end, we had them around with us until they weren't, but they still are. So that's kind of the way I look at it. Anyway, I'm going to close out with one song here, and I'm going to
I'm going to use the harmonizer on this one maybe. And this one's kind of a finale most of the time. If it works for you. It wants to behave itself. Let's see. Maybe a little less of that. Let's see what happens. We might be alright. Maybe we'll be okay. Alright. It's called When It's Time to Go Home. It's time to go home. When I head out on the highway and I take off down the road, see I'm faced with a great big world, a big world ready to explore. I have so many things, well, I want to see. I'm like a kid in a candy store. Just stay out here from now on. Just keep singing the songs. I can hear the voice calling me. Message is so strong. This old highway is telling me it's time to go home. It's time to go home. Pictures in my school books seem so far away, make me want to see the world. Now I have to make up for lost time. I hope I didn't wait too long. I don't care what's gone on before, I just want to see what's coming up around the bend. So strong. This old highway is telling me it's time to go home. It's time to go home. Once I'm home, well, I begin to see the important things to me. Spending time with ones I love, no familiar friends. I've enjoyed all the things I got to see, all the places I've been. It all comes down to where I belong, home sweet appreciate y'all. It's just remember frogs, blues on the lake, and we'll try to stay in touch here on the group thing. I appreciate y'all joining in very much. Till next time, y'all go to the website hurricanewilson.com and get with us. See you next time.